Fáilte over culture, you welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Well, this week we are coming to you from the Holiday World Show here at the RDS in Dublin, where Discover Ireland Home Holidays proved a big hit with visitors, and in particular what the West and Northwest had to offer as a holiday destination.
Holiday World Show is the biggest show of its kind in all of Ireland, and there are three. So there's one in Shannon, which took place a couple of weeks ago, one in Belfast, but this is the really big one. And Limelight Communications do the PR for this show, and it is the highlight of our year. It is the busiest. January is our busiest month. This weekend is our busiest weekend of our busiest month. We're delighted to be associated. So this show has been going for more than 30 years, and we've been associated for many, many of those years. It's literally all the places under the sun, under one roof, Ireland and the rest of the world. And you know, during COVID, when we were told we couldn't travel, that's all we thought about, and it was all we dreamt about. So now I think a lot of those dreams are being realised, and people aren't afraid to spend money anymore. So, you know, all the money that might have been saved, or all the money that you're keeping for the rainy day, I think people are going for long haul holidays, cruises, going to India. You know, there's really big spends of holidays here. There's great value in the Holiday World Show. So a lot of the stands are doing really good discounts, some of them as many as 50% discounts if you want to go on a cruise. So that's really good reason to go to the show, is to find out first of all what's on offer, and discounts and competitions. And it's not just around the world, it's Ireland. So we're standing here at Mayo. And another client we work with is Mayo County Council, so we're delighted to be supporting Mayo as well. Delighted to see the red and green here behind me. So and Mayo, Sligo, Westmeath, there are stands here for around the country.
Mayo Tourism, this is a big weekend for you here at the Holiday World in the RDS in Dublin.
It is indeed. It's the highlight of the year for us. Again, Dublin, it's a second home to Mayo, and I suppose the Holiday World Show is huge, and I suppose Dublin is huge for Mayo. Again, 30% of visitors coming to Mayo are Dublin visitors, so it is a very important weekend for us here this weekend. We have a stand covering the entire county, the full of the county, and we're also very lucky to have a lot of industry and trade here with us over the entire weekend. And if I could, Henry, just mention a couple of the people that are here with me. I have a couple of representatives from Achill Tourism, like Chris McCarthy, the Achill Tourism Manager, Catherine Cabana, Mary B. Also, Black Sod Sea Safaris, Mick Kane is here, so he's going to be here to talk to potential visitors to Mayo about the experiences he offers in terms of the island hopping experiences. We have a number of hoteliers. We have Una from Breaffy House Hotel, and we have Etna from Knock House Hotel, so we're delighted to have all of those with us. Also, we have the Geopark as represented here with us, so Dominic Moran is here talking about the Geopark. So I'm delighted that we're all collaborating, we're all flying the Mayo flag, and we're all promoting everything that's good about our county. This morning is very much a media morning, and you know, a lot of the social media influencers are here, the travel journalists are here, so they're all interested to know what's new. What is Mayo doing differently this year that we haven't done before? So again, we're happy to share with them. We have our new Greenway extension going into Achill Island. We have the Velo Rail in Kelchama. Again, they're really interested in that because it's a multi-generation activity that people of all ages can get involved with. But a big thing for us this year, Henry, is the whole Home to Mayo initiative. Again, we did it 2 years ago, we're back doing it again this year. You know, the Balmullet 200 is going to be big as part of the month of May, and as part of the month of May we'll have a full pleasure of festivals and events taking place during that month. So it's a huge celebration of everything that the county has to offer.
I am a travel content creator, so I share a lot of Irish content on my page. I actually started a series last summer, which kind of blew up, which was really cool.
And what kind of an audience do you have?
So majority of my audience is from Ireland, actually, because of the series that kind of blew up. So I was sharing some free adventures around Ireland, like hikes and different little bits to see that were essentially free apart from the transport part. And it's mostly Irish people, but I do have a worldwide audience of Americans, Australians and the UK.
And of course you couldn't resist coming back home to Mayo and visit the Mayo stand here, because you do promote Mayo as well, don't you?
Yes, I absolutely love Mayo. I think it's honestly one of the best counties in Ireland. And yeah, I've shared lots of content on my Instagram page, promoting Achill especially because it's absolutely stunning. Mayo is honestly amazing. The coastline is incredible. There's so many different beaches and so many different hikes and kind of like rugged coastline where you can explore different landscapes. It's just quite magical, honestly, and a lot of the Wild Atlantic Way passes through Mayo, and yeah, it's just, honestly, it's beautiful.
What is Geopark?
So Henry, what the Geopark is, it's basically a UNESCO designation. It's a live designation. It's a designation that lasts for 4 years. The term is 4 years. So basically it highlights the geological narrative of a particular region. And the Joyce Country and Western Lakes has the fantastic opportunity to highlight that particular area. So it's around Joyce Country using the Carib, Mask and Lough Cara as boundaries. So it's highlighting the geological narrative, the wonderful communities that it represents and getting the story out there so that visitors coming to the region can stop, linger a little longer in a different area. And the other fantastic aspect is that a third of the proposed region is Gaeltacht. So they see the culture, the language of the area and the incredible communities that is part of the region.
Is it a hard sell?
All you have to do is look at the amazing imagery that's around us here. It's not at all a hard sell. In fairness, it's a privilege. We're working with some, as I said, some fantastic communities, some amazing providers in the area, across the whole area, and working with them, collaborating, getting their sushgil or their gospel out there, and that's what we're trying to do here today. And of course, it's an easy sell.
And if I was a tourist now, and my first time going to Geopark, what would you recommend a tourist how to approach it?
Well, what I really love is walking on the Shan Moher between Carnamona and Clonbar or Anorchy or Ballintover Abbey. The amazing history that's up there. It's highlighting those incredible opportunities that are there, the fáilte, the welcome that you get, the stories that you hear, and meeting those people. And sure, look at, they're travelling for the last centuries to an area like ours, you know, the Topher and things like that. So it's highlighting that and getting people to visit.
When it becomes a destination, what's that going to mean for you?
So the designation, it's a global designation because it's under the UNESCO banner. On the island of Ireland already, you've got 4 other UNESCO geoparks. Copper Coast in Waterford, the Cliffs of Moher Burn Geopark, Cuilca in Fermanagh and Cavan, and then Moore and Gullion on the other side in Northern Ireland. So we would become the UNESCO Geopark in Connacht, first one. And that's something that we really are looking forward to doing and highlighting and working with yourselves in Mayo and all over, getting our, as I said, the shushgil or the gospel out there. So that's what we're trying to do.
Tell us a little bit about Knockhouse Hotel first.
Absolutely. Morning, Henry. So Knockhouse Hotel is a beautiful hotel located in the centre, the heart of Connacht. It has 68 bedrooms, a lovely, beautiful restaurant, great food. We serve breakfast, lunch and dinner 7 days a week. There is a fantastic team in Knockhouse Hotel, many of whom have been there since the hotel opened its doors 24 years ago this May. We have 3 new holidays for 2024. We have a great house, Getaways of the West. So it's a 4-night holiday dinner, bed and breakfast, and then we have a holiday host that will accompany people on tours on 2 different days, and they'll go to historical houses around the area. For example, it could be Westport House, it could be Kylemore Abbey, it could be Strokestown House. So we go, because we're located as the crow flies in the heart centre of Connacht, Basically, the world is our oyster. We can go north, south, east and west, and there's stuff to do no matter what direction you go. Loads of value to be had, loads of different variations of holidays. There's so much to do, and then obviously the shrine is on your doorstep as well for anybody that wishes to go into the shrine, and it's an absolutely amazing facility. Like, we have a lot of American guests throughout the year. We have a lot of tours actually, and we'll be one of the hotels throughout the county that has a lot more international tours. Like, we have people from Australia, Japan, Poland, South America, all of that coming in, and they absolutely love Knockhouse Hotel, and they love the shrine, various different pilgrimages over in the shrine, and anybody can book in on any date and attend. They're all open to whoever wishes to come. Joe Biden was a great hit for Knock, and it was lovely to have him. It was nice to see him.
Basically, I have a series of different types of walks, catering for all types. The two main walks that are most popular would be the walk onto the highest sea cliffs on Ireland, which are on Croghan, and of course the deserted village at Sligo. The deserted village walk, that is a low-level walk that is suitable for everybody. You're talking about maybe 4 kilometres, but it takes about 2 hours. The reason it takes 2 hours is you have to travel back 6,000 years in history.
Yeah, and people love that, of course.
People like to see where they came from, and it's the most unique individual spot. There's no place like it in the country. What I do as well, I give you the whole gambit of what's available. So I go through the archaeology, the folklore and the history, and the flora and fauna, and of course explain the scenery and everything. You get the whole 9 yards with me as well.
Folks, you're very welcome back to part 2 of the programme. Just to remind you, we're coming to you from the Holiday World Show here at the RDS in Dublin, where Minister Jack Chambers officially opened the show.
The travel trade and the industry here are really promote customer excellence and are trying to provide that dream holiday for so many people and have that experience and know-how to make it happen. And that's why we're seeing the breadth of representation across the board, and look forward to meeting with so many of the counties, so many of the different countries that are here. But obviously domestic tourism is hugely important to us in promoting it.
The home holiday market is very important.
Massively important to our economy and to the wider regions, and supporting jobs, tourism, and that's why a key theme of this holiday show is to make sure we promote sustainability, but also the opportunity is there for families to enjoy domestic holidays. So obviously people might want that dream holiday in a particular place that they've always wanted to visit, but there's so many places in Ireland that people haven't seen or experienced, and there's a huge level of representation from so many counties here today, and I know many people will looking forward to travelling within Ireland as well. And this is very much about showcasing people and trying to get people to book, so the next number of weeks will be really important to hopefully have a really positive summer in 2024.
And on that note, will we see you down in the west of Ireland for a couple of days break at some stage?
I'll be down in the west. As I said, always try and get down there as much as I can, and look forward to being in Mayo and being on the Greenway between Newport and Mulranny, and look forward to being down there very soon.
Very good. Thanks
very much. Thanks, Henry. Cheers. Thank you.
We'd love to see you here at Holiday World in Dublin promoting Donegal. Our county doesn't really need much promotion. It's doing very well, I think.
Absolutely, well, particularly this year, Henry, because obviously last October we had Lonely Planet announcing Donegal as the only place in Ireland and the UK as the top region in the world. So we're delighted with that accolade. This year we're celebrating 10 years of the Wild Atlantic Way. So we like to say, start your Wild Atlantic Way journey in Donegal and travel down. Well, Donegal literally has something for everyone. We have over 1,137 kilometres of coastline, so we have any amount of beaches. You can land, as you can see right behind me, at Donegal Airport. I mean, you literally land in with the sea each side of you. We have everything from mountains. You can have Errigal Mountain if you're hiking. Then we have loads of hidden gems. Of course, we have the 3 signature points on the Wild Atlantic Way, being Fanad Lighthouse. We have Slieve League cliffs, the highest accessible cliffs in Europe, and of course we have Malin Head, which is the most northerly point in Ireland. So there really is something for everyone. I mean, if you're adventurous, there's loads of water sports, land activities. If you want to come along and enjoy one of our hotels or accommodation providers. Like there's loads of new types of accommodation now, everything from caravan and camping to glamping. So, those more, the alternative types of accommodation, are available.
Busy weekend ahead now.
Busy weekend ahead. I mean, it's a fantastic weekend. It's a great opportunity for our trade as well here in Donegal to come along and, to showcase their different offerings, be it accommodation offerings or attraction. People are coming along here. They want to get the most out of their trips. They want to delve down and get more information, what I can do, what I can see. And I mean, that's what we're here for.
First of all, congratulations on the new position there as tourism officer for County Roscommon. How are you settling into the job?
Great, thanks a million. Really settling in now and loving it. I'm so surprised with how much Roscommon has to offer, which is a brilliant thing. So I'm really lucky to be working in this role and so excited now for the year ahead. We've got wonderful attractions such as museums, period homes. We've got fabulous outdoor activities and walks and trails right across the county. Lough Forest Park in the north of the county really is a fabulous location. There's so much history there, but there's also so much to do in terms of kayaking, and Zip It is there, and treetop walks, and so much for all the family. It's really a great day out up there. And then coming further south, we have Strokestown Park, the National Famine Museum, which is absolutely amazing. You have the beautiful story of the beautiful house there, and then they take you into the Famine Museum and bring you back to kind of a sad period in Irish history, but the story is told really well, and it's really a fabulous place to visit. Roscommon actually has the longest shoreline of the Shannon, going through it, so there's lots there, beautiful lakes for water sports and adventure, and fishing, angling is quite big in Roscommon as well. Lots of nice ideas there for someone looking to get away for a few days. We're trying now to kind of offer people something different and get away from the hustle and bustle, get off the beaten track and get into the hidden heartlands, and it's much slower kind of pace and very suitable for families and people retired just looking to get away for a few days and kind of just discover something different. And we find that tourists are actually looking for different things to do and little kind of niche tourism experiences.
William, why should people visit Sligo?
There's so much to do, like food, drinking, activities, and everything's close, so we're a really nice town. And within 20 minutes every direction you've got nice beaches, some for swimming, some for surfing, lakes for kayaking, stand-up paddle, and then mountains all the way around, whether you're kind of out for the whole day hiking or just want a wee stroll kind of thing. But just kind of, there's a lot of collaboration there as well, so there's kind of funky trips like Bike to Bath, where you cycle around the mountain and finish with a seaweed bath. So we've recently got the Killarney National Bike Centre, so that's a purpose-built facility. It's kind of like graded trails like skiing, so a blue would be for a beginner, and then red, and then black. So there's 35 kilometres at the moment, and more coming. That's in the Ox Mountains out in Killarney, and that's really, really popular. We have groups of women that come from the States, and I'd say they're all 80 plus, and they'd leave you behind on the bikes, like just total mixes. Like from families to hens, stags, people that want to come and look for their ancestry, like complete mix. So anyone that rings, will try and tailor it for them, and then give them all the top tips for where to eat and where to drink and all that kind of thing. There's a good few hidden gems, so you kind of need to know the locals.
Sinead, you're the tourism officer for County Leitrim. It's a hidden gem when it comes to counties, really, isn't it?
It is, and while it's a hidden gem, we're still very accessible. So we're only 2 hours from Dublin, from Belfast and from Galway. So very centrally positioned, and we're accessible by road and by rail as well. So, and then in the River Shannon flows all the way through the county. And then in the north of the county, then we have plenty of mountains and hills for hill walking and walking rambles as well. So yeah, a very unique county, but lots to do, very unspoiled. The landscape is very unspoiled, and but plenty of attractions and activities as well. It's a perfect location to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city life. It's quiet, it's slow pace, and it's very, very laid back, but it has a great offering. Plenty of heritage, fantastic food, award-winning restaurants. We have plenty of accommodation and plenty to suit everybody. And you know, we have from hotels, B&B, self-catering cabins as well. So there's something for everybody. But yeah, there's plenty of accommodation available.
Chris, nice to see you and your team here in Dublin for the Holiday World. Before we start, can I just congratulate you? You got great news today for Achill Tourism.
It's all good news again for Achill. The #1 beach again in the country on the Lonely Planet magazine, so it's absolutely fantastic. It's synonymous now with Achill, and last year the Banshees of Inisherin been filmed there really helped. It's just before Christmas we put up the Banshee Trail, so there's the storyboards at all the locations, 6 locations, so there's people following that on their own, discovering it as they go along, but they come into the offices and they talk to the staff, and they're directed to where all the locations took place. Of course, the pub, this famous pub is long gone. The Thatch was going when they were making the films, but the scenery will never go, and that's what we've got, Henry, and it's great to be part of being from there. Fulch Ireland's plan this year is go away definitely on holidays, but spend at home as well, and maybe take a short break in the west of Ireland, and hopefully come out to Achill and have a look at the beaches.
When they see your video clips and that, when you travel around, what do they come back? What are they looking for, do you think?
So they're looking for fun and unique things to do in Ireland. I think they like that there's a local perspective on it, so they're not getting the typical things to see. They're getting to see what locals think of the place, and they're looking for beauty, I suppose.
And obviously you're promoting all of Ireland, but the West Coast as well. I'm sure you get a lot of interest in that.
Well, they say west is best, you know. Yeah, I love coming out west, and especially parts of the country that you don't necessarily think about seeing. So you have Achill Island that's become very popular in Mayo, but the north part of Mayo is incredible. If you head up towards Downpatrick Head, if you do the Balmullet, you know, all those parts that people don't necessarily think about going to, that's the raw parts, you've no crowds, so it's the brilliant part about it.
Una, nice to see you here at Holiday World in the RDS in Dublin. Of course, Breaffy House needs no introduction, well-known holiday resort in County Mayo.
Yes, it is. We cater for, I suppose, our families, and on the grounds we've got a playground, crazy golf and astro-pitch turf, and also we've developed a lot of walks with Mayo County Council.
I know it's been hugely popular, particularly for families, for many years now. So how many rooms do you have for bedrooms, and how many can you cater for in general?
So we have 106 bedrooms in Breaffy House Resort. It's become a really, really popular destination for weddings. We are on 101 acres, so I suppose the good thing about it, we can do outdoor civil ceremonies in the summertime. A lovely place for photographs as well throughout the grounds.
You know, with the Wild Atlantic Way, we've seen a huge growth. It's a huge milestone for us, and it's unbelievable how so much it has grown. And again, I suppose why we're so popular across the globe is because of our Irish diaspora that are out there. So we're very fortunate to have true, Mayo people in all of those destinations, and they are really pushing the button in those destinations to light up those locations. So it's great. There's a real passion for the county, and it's great. I think anybody that leaves Mayo, all they want to do is come back, and all they want to do is be part of it. So it's great that we can, celebrate a bit of Mayo during the whole Home to Mayo and Mayo Day. So it's a positive thing.
Well, as you can see, the West and Northwest has so much to offer the visitor, so why not book that trip and visit the Wild Atlantic Way? Well, that's it. Look forward to your company again, same time next week. So until then, slán go fóill.